To the distinguished representative of Sri Lanka. Normally, the following speaker will be the Holy See.
Thank you, Madam Chair, for giving me the floor. Madam Chair, Sri Lanka's commitment to UN peacekeeping dates back to our participation in the first UN emergency force during the Suez crisis and our mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo in 1960. Following a period of internal conflict, our involvement resumed in 2005 with the United Nations Stabilization Mission in Haiti. Madam Chair, our peacekeepers have played a crucial role in reducing violence and alleviating suffering in conflict zones. As of April 2024, Sri Lanka participates in 3 peacekeeping missions in the Central African Republic, Lebanon, and South Sudan. Despite our significant involvement, Sri Lanka peacekeepers face several challenges. Unpredictable and difficult operational conditions present substantial hurdles. These conditions include threats from non-state actors as well as challenges posed by weakened state actors in conflict zones. Sri Lanka's peacekeepers face significant challenges in their missions, particularly in the Central African Republic and South Sudan. Over 350 UN peacekeepers, including 3 Sri Lankans in 2019, have lost their lives in Mali. In the Central African Republic and South Sudan, political and economic instability contribute to an environment fraught with hostility towards peacekeepers. Madam Chair, to overcome the challenges and fully realize our potential as a troop-contributing country, we propose the following recommendations. Improving transparency in the vetting system, ensuring a more transparent and fair vetting process for deploying personnel. Expanding diplomatic outreach in Western and Central Africa. We believe that it will improve coordination and support for our peacekeeping missions. Centralizing communication and coordination among stakeholders, including the UN and troop-contributing countries, we believe will streamline operations and resolve issues more effectively. Madam Chair, we also emphasize our commitment to gender inclusivity in peacekeeping. Sri Lanka meets the UN targets by deploying 8.33 females as military experts and continues to enhance female participation. Madam Chair, in addressing the challenges faced by Sri Lankan peacekeepers and the broader context of global peace operations, it is essential, we believe, to recognize the need for practical and targeted reforms rather than radical systemic changes. As conflict evolves and climate threats intensify, the necessity for flexible and adaptive teams in peace operations becomes clearer. However, these teams should be integrated within a state-centric framework that leverages national and regional capabilities while being accountable to democratic multinational institutions. By advocating for incremental improvements rather than radical changes, Sri Lanka believes that the United Nations can ensure that peace operations remain effective. Madam Chair, we strongly argue that effective peacekeeping must evolve beyond traditional methods to address both the material and the psychosocial dimensions of conflict. A conceptual framework that acknowledges limitations of conventional approaches, we believe, is essential. The peacekeeping role as an adjunct to diplomacy and maintaining stability is critical, but its effectiveness must be continuously assessed and explored. Madam Chair, UN peacekeeping missions began to engage with complex intrastate conflicts, ethnic violence, and humanitarian crises, leading to a more robust intervention that included the use of force to protect civilians and enforce mandates. Now, this shift raised concerns about the legitimacy and the effectiveness of peacekeeping operations, highlighting the challenges of balancing robust actions with the need to maintain impartiality and avoid escalations. Giving impetus to the work of peacekeeping, we compared peacekeeping perspectives from 2010 to 2020 with those from 2022 to 24, which revealed a notable evolution in response to emerging global realities and challenges. From 2010 to 2020, peacekeeping strategies adapted to increasingly complex conflicts environments by integrating counter-terrorism, civilian protection, and stabilizing efforts. In 2024, peacekeeping perspectives have further advanced in response to new global crises and geopolitical shifts. The focus has expanded to address the impacts of climate change on security, integrating technological advancements such as artificial intelligence and data analytics to enhance situational awareness and operational efficiency. Madam Chair, in the modern context, peacekeeping operations face a dramatically transformed landscape. The key priorities, we believe, includes flexible mandates, civilian protection and human rights, holistic peace building, conflict prevention, regional collaboration, advanced technology and intelligence, combating non-traditional threats, gender inclusion, environmental sustainability, accountability standards to be maintained, sustainable funding and political backing, and exit strategies to, with clear transition plans to build local capacities for long-lasting peace, and a clear protocol for the evacuation of troops and equipment in the event of overriding compelling circumstances, with attendant reparation founded upon an intelligible rationale, leaving little room for arbitrary decision-making. Madam Chair, peace is not just absence of conflict, but the presence of justice, harmony, and security. As peacekeepers, we don't just stand between warring sides, we stand for the hope that together we can build a world where every life is valued and every voice is heard. Let us remember, peace is everyone's responsibility, and in protecting it, we protect our future and of our future generations. I thank you.
I thank the distinguished representative of Sri Lanka for his statement.